position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Alabama's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And they can't make the connection on third down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense has the ball for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here.
Oh, he's got some space. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Here's the handoff. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They booted away on 4th down. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The inside handoff. feet at the 35. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He's going to throw deep right side. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Pedrino. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Quickly to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now on the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Finds his big tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Touchdown, Aggies! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, and I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulls it and fires to the left. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
To the air on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Line getting set on second down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Back to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Touch pass on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Pedrino. He goes out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A strike downfield. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Using his legs, it's Pedrino. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Secures it at the 30, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Thrust that arm out.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got him. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw again. Got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on! Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the defense makes it play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here, calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You know, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. You see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snagged in the middle, it's Rivera. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Catches it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Georgia Southern. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. And we'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas A&M going quickly.
Good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Just a little off. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. It's Rivera. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. He wants to change this route. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. A little screen to the running back. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Using his legs, it's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. A 3rd down try for the offense. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Unleashes it on the run. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Gets away from one, finds room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Got his man. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another third down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Caught over the middle. It's Rhodes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Caught in the backfield. It's Rhodes. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Finds a tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that's a live ball behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Snags it quickly on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down coming up.
To the air on 2nd down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good, and you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a crease, it's Pedrino. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. A&M comes back out with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Found the spot in the defense. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Off the play fake on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna look downfield again. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. He splits the uprights. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They go to the draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle, it's Rivera. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. He'll do it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Running into the open space. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Pettis. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
31, Texas A&M.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Heaves it on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Quarterback keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Pedrino. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. The Aggies moving quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Aggies! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over.
On the move.
They're up by 7 over UCF. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's throws. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Here's a 1st down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. He's looking to throw. Back's looking for the goal line. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Texas A&M going up tempo. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie. And they add 6 more to the board with a trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.